Is Wednesday. It's hot, hot, hot. I have been at the new wood lot all day long, clearing and cutting and trying to stay ahead of the excavator, which is proving to be quite a chore right now with it being 95 degrees yesterday and 93 degrees today. I am overheated to say the least, but let's see who we've got in here so far. Josh Leach, John Salmonson, Jacqueline Dower, Jim, Iffy Kid, Wise Choice, Sherry Miller. Everybody's piling in. Dennis Rexford, Timon the Buckeye, Robert Daigle. It's been a hot day. Kevin and I started the day with 2-cord delivery of restaurant wood to Blaze and Bangor and got that taken care of, and then I cut the whole rest of the day. 902, Yadkin Valley Outdoors, Benny. Yeah, Yadkin, you're right. It is too hot. I will definitely attest that. I just took a cold shower. I am chafed, beyond chafed. It has not been a fun day. There's not enough powder and or water for a day like today. Ted Miller, how you doing? Yeah, the weather is crazy. We don't normally get a lot of 90-degree days in Maine, and so far this year I think we've had 10. And that's way, 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 way too many for up here, and especially for me. Michael Finn, hello from Maine to Missouri. Brianna Gorman, how you doing? So the new Woodyard is shaping up well. It's going to be bigger than what we anticipated. What is cleared already is bigger than what I have right now. So I still got 3 times more room to go. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. Going to be really, really, really awesome when it's finished. We're getting some firewood in the process. It's really, I'm excited to see what happens. Speedy, you sound like you got a whole lot of the same weather that we've got up here. Got Rob outside in a 515, Mr. Basso Family Firewood, boots in the grass. You got the girls with you tonight? I've not heard from him yet, Chuck, but I'm calling tomorrow because I think I'm going to order a new splitter. So when I talk to him, I will let you know. Well, hello, girls, and thanks for stopping by with Dad. I know it's probably not the most exciting thing that you get to watch, but it's probably one of the coolest things. Oh, just got done from cheerleading. Go team. I was never a cheerleader, but I like the cheerleaders. I'm not getting a redwood, no. I'm not sure what I'm getting yet. I'm still undecided. Probably going to see what I can get the quickest. And then we'll go from there. Lower 70s and rain all day in West Wisconsin, 2.5 inches. Well, aside from the rain, the temperatures sound fantastic. But you can keep the rain. John, I think if I can have my rathers, I would really like a hickory with as big a pump and as big a motor as we can get on it with a box wedge. That will still allow me to do the traditional wedges like we use now. I just think it would be a better fit, but we'll see. Maybe we'll keep the musclewood. I don't know what the lead times are right now, and I'm just going to be putting some feelers out. I didn't sell mine yet. Thank you, Brianna. I hope it's a smooth transition as well. We've got a lot of work to do to get the Woodyard finished. I'm chewing a thorn out of my thumb, the one that I smashed. It's irritating me. I guess I'll have to leave it alone. So yeah, we've got, I cut probably 2 to 3 cords of firewood out of the small hardwood that was in the section we cleared today. And I got maybe a dozen fir saw logs to cut 2x4s and 2x6s out of. I went back this afternoon. After it cooled off a little, it's like 85 degrees instead of 95, so that's much nicer. And I went ahead and bucked up some more hardwood and laid some stuff down for the gentleman with the excavator. I'll let him clear in the morning, and I'll go back in the afternoon again, knock a bunch more down. Tomorrow we are going to take the Cord King and we're going to go get it set up for some processing. I've got 3 loads of wood to process that will be restaurant wood and finished wood for customers for us over at John's Yard in Corinth. So we're going to put the Cord King to the test, and we're going to see how long it takes to do 24 cord of firewood. We're going to set it up and run it. We're going to give a good, honest representation because it's average size processor grade logs, nothing big, nothing small. It's all kind of just average. And we'll see what the machine does. We'll see if we can gauge fuel consumption, chain wear. We'll check out all the things and put it through a decent run and see what happens. So that's going to be exciting to see how that goes. Len, Mercury Man, how we doing? Kevin Violet's here. Good evening, Kevin. Yeah, John, I'm excited about the new Woodyard. It's a lot of work, but I'm really excited to see how it goes and see how it all comes together. Had a visitor today, Roger Austin. He stopped by and got a couple of gramp sticks. He broke his gramp stick, so he grabbed a couple sticks. And I had another gentleman stop, so that gave me a good chance to have a hour break and cool off a little bit. The Cord King is a 404 chain 902. 404. Ron Brooks, good evening, buddy. You made it. Good to see you, my friend. Hope everything is well with you. I know you were having some technical difficulties, so glad to see you on here. And Dennis Rexford said, don't forget to close that chat out for a minute and hit that like button. That helps to push this out and get it going, and we appreciate all of that. Brent Smith, Clarence Dobson, how you doing, guys? Good to see you. We got a good group in here tonight. I am cooling off. My face is red because it is hot. I've got a fan blowing behind me in the window. It is just warm. I'm ready for some cooler weather for sure. 3 Green Acres, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I'm just trying to cool off after today. I use the Vevor chainsaw all day long, and I'll tell you right now, I ran about 3 gallons of gas through it today, and I'll tell you right now, I can't give that $100 chainsaw any more praise than what I'm going to give it right now, and I tell you, it's fantastic for what it is. Dennis Rexford with the super sticker, how you doing? And thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that. Aaron Burford, how you doing? We're up here in Maine, you're down in there in Virginia. You can take your heat back down there with you, and we'll go from there. Oh, outside in the 515 says, if you haven't listened to the Woodhounds podcast, give it a listen. They featured him and his story on it. I'll have to give that a listen. I haven't listened yet today. Robert Daigle with a super chat. You guys are just being awesome tonight. Well, thank you very much, Robert. Appreciate that. It's pretty cool, the Woodhound community. I wish I had more time. I am so busy right now. It is not even funny. Firewood orders are flying in. I've got free logs to pick up for the sawmill. I put 1 sawmill video up. I'd never gotten response before, and I've got people from everywhere local. I have free logs, come grab them. I have logs you can have, come grab them. I need logs hauled out of my place. I can't find anybody to do it. Come get them. It's really, really cool how many how many people have reached out with free wood. It's not firewood, but it's saw logs, and I can make more money out of saw logs than I can if it was firewood. So I'm really excited. And hopefully once we get some more gravel in the new Woodyard, I can start putting some of those saw logs in there and go from there. The AC is running in the bedroom, Speedy, and that's where I'm headed after this. I am done. Absolutely done. Hey, BZ, Firewood and Rust, how you doing? So that brings me to my next point. I talked to Mr. Steve Millen from sawsuppliers.com. I need email addresses from some of you folks. So I need an email address from Lake Ontario Firewood, from Rusty's Garage and Homestead, from Miller's Stumps and Firewood, Squatch Firewood, and BZ Firewood. I need your email addresses so you can get your prize from the last live from Saw Supplier. So somebody down below, I'm sure, will put my email address. There it is. My email address is in there. Please send me your email address if you are one of those people, and I will announce this again in a few minutes just in case some of those people may not be here right now. But that will get you your prize from Saw Supplier, and thank you to all of you that participated in that. So somebody asked, what kind of stone am I using? I am using what they call bank run gravel. So that has anything basketball size and smaller for rock in it. Packs really good, so it'll fill in all of the voids. We've got geotextile fabric that's going in the yard where the trucks are going to travel. So all of that will be able to be driven across without it sinking in, because the land that we're setting the woodyard up in gets very wet and very soft in the spring. So I'm a little anxious to see how it fares in the spring, but we'll give it a try. Dan's House of Smoking Outdoors, how we doing? Bill Saflarski, how you doing, buddy? So Michelle wants to know how many rank are in a cord. It's 3. A rick, a rank, a row. There are 3 in a cord. And Daniel Atkins is off the phone. You did not get in trouble again, but you are late for the SOL department. If I have any emails, I'll forward them to you. Price per ton on the gravel, I'm not sure. He quoted the job as a whole, and we've added to the job quite a bit. My in-laws have added a lot more to the job already, and we're going to be adding even more to it from the sounds. So I'm not sure what the total is going to be. I just know that when my portion comes due, my portion comes out of the sale of the house that we're sitting in. So when the house sells, that money goes back to my father-in-law, and we will pay him for that. So Down East Trees and Family Firewood is starting the Allwood with a table at 18.5 tonight. He's going up. Look at him go. We're getting closer. The missus was absolutely thrilled with us. She thinks that Ken is a rank of 4x8 stack of rotten wood. The missus was fine with us. She lives with me, so if she's got to live with me, there isn't anybody on here that's going to do anything to her or say anything to her that I probably haven't already, so we're good. Yadkin Down East would love to have it. So the thumb and the nail is right here. The swelling is going down a little bit. It's healing up. It's healing up. Robin the outside in the 515 says 19,000 and you get Kevin. No, Kevin. 19,000, you can have the splitter in the table if that's the high bid, but we're still going. So yeah, no, I like I said, I'm gonna look at splitter options. I talked to my buddy again. I think this winter we are gonna build a splitter. I'm gonna build something different that nobody is making right now in the United States, that I think once you guys see it, you'll see more of them. So there you go. We'll see. We'll see. That's a little teaser for what's coming this winter. And I'll pick up parts and pieces along the way and I'll show you guys. The beautiful thing is right across the road from my buddy's house is a full machine shop. And when I say machine shop, I mean they can do anything that we need done. So we're going to have some fun with it. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. William Klein, good evening. Good to see you, my friend. Brandon Hode. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, well, the market up here was really, really hot right until we posted it. And then everything just kind of shut right down. So it's it's interesting. We'll figure it out. When I get my Wolfridge, I'm going to start building different wedge configurations. Oh, Rob's getting ready to weld. Thank you very much, BZ. I will make sure I forward that along to Steve. No, I will not bounce test my new splitter. Absolutely will not. That's definitely not on my list of things to do. Jimbo, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. So, I've got Oh, let's see how we're gonna do this. Just did Phil's sweat a shirt challenge. 45 minutes grinding, feeding. Yeah, I changed my shirt about 4 times today, and again, there was not enough powder in the world to make today a comfortable day. I am sore, chafed, and beat. I am tired, but it was a good day. We've got a, I'm gonna say 100 by 150 block all cleared out, and we're gonna end up making it about 250 by 400 by the time it's all said and done. About 200 by 200 or 250 by 200 of that is going to be my wood yard. But what's cleared right now is already bigger than what I have. So really, really, really going to be awesome to have the extra room. I cannot wait. Yeah, Ken, I could do the sweater shirt challenge just going to the mailbox and back too. It was absolutely crazy. No, if you wanted a hickory for the show down east, we could definitely do that. I say that. I'd have to check with Bobby, but there should be enough time to get a hickory in there. And the hickory will take a box wedge and a traditional wedge too. So, yeah, that's definitely an option. The splitters don't bounce very good. That's the whole thing. My splitter would bounce a little better than others because it has a torsion axle on it. But yeah, Hickory, North Carolina show, probably not. Mine might be, but not a new one. But mine might be available after that Hickory, North Carolina show, all depending. I'll talk to Bobby in the morning, see what he's got for a schedule, and we can go from there. I will forward that to Jason at Yadkin Valley for you, 100%, Brandon. Richard Williams, I'm in Old Town, Maine, so not too terribly far from you, but still a ride. Yep, Robert, we can probably do that. Just give me a shout so I can figure out where I'm at or where I might be or what's going on, but we can probably do that, no problem. So Robert Daigle's got a new drone that he's been playing around with, and he's going to come up and see if he can get some aerial footage of our new wood yard for us. So that'll be kind of cool to have something like that on there. I'll send it to you in a text, Jason. I can't do it while I'm on my live, but as soon as I'm done, I'll send it to you. So it's, I watched a channel today, and, oh, Uncle V just drove through Bangor today on my way to Bar Harbor. Well, if you drove through Bangor, I was in Bangor at one point, and you probably just missed me. Just missed me. Oh, okay. So if that's what you're talking about, Jonathan, look up Wood for Warriors on Facebook and send Aaron and Amber, his wife, a message and see what they got, and they'll let you know if we need any more equipment or anything like that. So I know they said they had limited spots. I don't know who's coming yet. So yeah, if you're planning on doing something like that, shoot them a message and they can let you know. Shotlift Family Firewood, good evening. So I've drank about 3 gallons of water today. It's been a warm one, very, very warm. Scott Hunter, good evening. And Uncle V, the highways are pretty good. Route 1 is like taking your life in your own hands. They drive like animals on Route 1. I hate delivering firewood down to the Bar Harbor area. The traffic is terrible this time of year. Yes, Blaze is right across the street from Patty Murphy's, or right down the street, actually. So Daniel Atkins just brought up something that I was thinking about today while I was baking in the sun. The new woodyard will have some shade. To which extent the shade is, I don't know, but we're going to do something, some sort of something with a roof so that we have some shade and can get out of the weather. So I'm planning, and I'm cheap, so I have some ideas. Frontier Firewood, there's no such thing as late here, buddy. Good to see you. Glad you could stop by. So you don't have to apologize there. Yeah, it's been hot here since Saturday too. Supposedly tomorrow is going to be a really nice day, but we will see. We will see. Joe Maine, how you doing? South Georgia heat. Well, I think you sent some of it up here. It's been in the 90s the last couple of days. Whew, not good. Not good at all. So Josh, one of the things that we were toying with the idea of was getting a couple of 40-foot storage containers and building a pitched roof off of them, separating the containers apart about 30 feet and having a 30-foot work area, 40 feet long, in between the containers, maybe pouring a slab in there so that we've got a concrete slab to work on. I don't know if that's what we're going to end up doing or not, but it's an idea that we were kind of tossing around today. The storage container would give me somewhere to store my tractors and stuff like that. We'll see. Richard Williams, Kevin will be on one of the lives coming up. We'll see when Kevin wants to come on a live again. He doesn't talk very much, but we can bring him on, and I can poke him with an elbow or something, and he can let me know. So we talked about the storage containers with the roof, and we also talked about just a big pole barn. But the problem with the pole barn is I'd really like to have concrete floor, and if I do a pole barn the size that I want, the concrete's going to be really expensive. So I think the storage containers will be much cheaper. I think I could probably do it for 20 to 25 grand, somewhere in there, all finished. So that'll be pretty good. BGW says, I manage weed trees for shade, get more growing, understand when the older stuff nears 20 years old. At 20 years old, they start to rot. Yep, so there won't be much growing here. It's too wet. I'll show you guys. I got some clips of some of the spruce and the fir that's over there, and the growth rings are so tight. There's trees that are this big around that are over 50 years old. So they grow really slow because everything's choked out. It's just, yeah, we'll see. So Kevin said Sunday night he'll come be on the live. So there you go. Well, there may not be money in it, Jason, but there is money in it. And Downey's tree, he just went to 18,750. He's creeping up. He's creeping up. He's still on the prowl. He wants that all wood in a bad way. I don't blame him. It's a nice machine. So yeah, we got the issue of storage, and I'm gonna separate the wood. So once we get the whole yard done, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint out how I want things laid out, and I'll be able to show you guys a little bit better. But we're gonna set up a side of the yard for the long wood that comes in, and then we're gonna set a side of the yard up for the short wood that comes in for the processors. So we're gonna go back and forth, and when we do the long loads, I've got a way set up now that we won't have to carry the wood as far, and we can get to both sides of the splitter and still make everything work. I think it's gonna be fun. Downey's Tree and Firewood's at 18.8 now. He's creeping up still. Ron Brooks is hoping to see Kevin Sunday. Well, we hope to see you back, Ron. I don't have any free wood here, but I'm getting some wood off the lot as we're clearing. We're going to use that for our own houses. I'm not going to sell any of that. That'll be for our own house. So, Bert's Custom Cuts. How you doing, Bert? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, there's money in firewood up here. Firewood is a volume thing, and I think it doesn't really matter where you are or what market you're in. Firewood is a volume thing. You have to move volume if you're going to make any appreciable amount of money. It's just, I don't know. Dennis Rexford keeps getting dating sites that are popping up. I don't have any here. I don't know. So we've got the gravel going in there. I've got the sawmill moved to a new job in Greenfield from my buddy Dave. You've seen him on the channel before, and he's helped us out. We've got some pine to saw for him. We're going to take the Cord King. We're going to go to John's Woodyard in Corinth with it, and we're going to put the Cord King through its paces. We're going to run 24 cords, and then once we get the 24 cords through it, we're going to figure out how much gas per cord, how much bar oil. We're going to go through all the numbers, break it down so that you guys know what it costs to run this machine per cord, and we're going to look at the firewood that comes out of it. The firewood through the repeater wedge is really, really nice. It's perfect. It does a really good job of staying consistent. Michelle Finn wants to know how much a rank of wood is in Maine. So it's a third of a cord. So for me, that would be $100 plus delivery. So depending on where it delivers, that would change the delivery fee, but $100 plus delivery. Yadkin Valley has 10 to 12 cord of cherry. I don't even get 10 to 12 cord of cherry all year long, and it does go fast. I've got guys that look for it and charge a premium for it up here, so that's one of the better woods for me to have. I can get a premium for it, and I'm gonna have room now. So you're welcome, Michelle. So we're gonna have some wood stacked. We're gonna have some space to store wood. It's going to be really nice. I'm looking forward to having the extra room. I know it's not going to be enough room. I know I'm going to want to go bigger already, but we've got 40 acres, so we can go bigger if we need to. And that's the nice thing, is we have room to expand there, and we'll continue to expand and make it work for what we need to do. I've been looking at the livery trucks, and I've got some interesting ideas and options for delivery trucks. I like to be different. You guys know that already. So we're gonna do something different when we finally do decide to do something.
So different.
My wife is in the peanut gallery eating a Rice Krispie square and not sharing, so that's nice. So Yadkin, the cherry up here, I get 400 a cord for, so I get $100 extra a cord. Everybody's saying hi, Mrs. Willey.
Hi.
So it's
funny, Willey's Firewood community.
huh?
You're eating my food.
Yeah, I'm eating your food.
There's no more
I got a Rice Krispie square.
Come on. She ate one too. Come on. Oh, life's so unfair. I know, right? Eat it all ever.
Yeah, no, you can't ever have enough room. Doesn't matter what you do. We'll see. Yep, smoker guys like the cherry. I get guys, yeah, Rice Krispie treats are great, Bert. You should have one. This one's for you, buddy. You can. I don't know where I'm going to be in the hotel. We didn't get a room in the Residence Inn, so we're going to have to go to somewhere different. I got to find a room for Bunyan. I'm really bad at planning ahead, especially with travel. We'll wing it. We'll find somewhere. I'll take an Uber and I'll go to the live Friday night at the Residence Inn and hang out up there. I can take an Uber back after. I'll be all right. We'll keep you and your wife in our prayers, Ron. Have a good night. We'll see you on the next one. Appreciate you stopping by. Scott McCain, good evening. David Parker, I thought about bringing a tent, but Kevin would try to make me the little spoon, and I don't know if I don't know if I'm ready for that. Bert needs somebody to room with for Bunyan. Bert, do you prefer big spoon or little spoon? Kevin's looking for somebody to room with too. Oh, Mike's staying at his brother-in-law's. They're close. So, Daniel's commenting about a Mazda dump truck. I found a four-wheel drive Mitsubishi with the perfect two-cord body on it. And then we'll go from there. Oh, no, I'm going, Ken. I'm going to Bunyan. I just don't know. I don't know where I'm staying yet. I'll be somewhere. Bert says what happens on vacation stays there. Good for you, I guess. So, I had a Mitsubishi cab over once, and it was really, really nice, but just being two-wheel drive, wintertime was hard. So with the four-wheel drive, I think we'd be styling. They're good on fuel. Yeah, no, Richard Williams, I'm not afraid of hard work at all. Not even close. I enjoy it. You'll usually see me out there complaining that it's hot, but I'm still smiling. I'm still doing it. I enjoy what I do. She might, but I think her and Richard ate the rest of them. I got the last one. I got lucky. I got the luck of the draw this time. So, Mitsubishi cab over, a wheeled loader, an articulated wheeled loader, a bigger tractor, and an excavator. Those are the four things that I'm looking for once we get moved and once we get going to the new place. That's what I'm after. My little tractor is completely paid for. I have another tractor that's paid for. My skidder is paid for. My splitter is paid for. My conveyors are paid for. I like to pay for my stuff. I don't like to owe money on anything. So I don't mind buying used. Used is okay. New is nice sometimes too. But one of the things that I do is I look at what I'm going to be doing and I try to find something that's effective without being terribly expensive. A lot of times some of these options are really, really expensive, and I feel like people sometimes spend too much money for what they're trying to do. So auctions are one of my favorite places to look. I've got auctions coming up in our area in the fall. So we'll take a look at some of those, see if any of those kind of fit and do what I need, anything. And then, worst comes to worst, we'll start looking for some new stuff. Maybe I'll buy one new thing and a few used things. I don't like to buy new because I don't like to spend money. No, not going to United Ag. United Ag is green, and green is too much money for me. Way too much money. Yep, Miller Stumps and Firewood. I like your loader, Ted. I like your loader. John, I will be keeping the Toyota. I'll run the Toyota until it is dead. I won't get rid of my Toyota. I love my Toyota. No, Sauce Pliers doesn't give out Rice Krispie treats. You didn't get any. I ate everybody's Rice Krispie treat, I guess, and I apologize, but I needed it. I'll tell you right now, Mike, that little TYM 264 that I have, I am very, 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 very impressed with that little 264. That will pick up anything that you can put on the forks just about, and it's really, really surprising how strong that little tractor is. I really, really, I enjoy it. It's a small tractor. It would be better if it was bigger, but yeah, it's a nice tractor for sure. So TYM, everybody, I just saw a couple of comments. So TYM bought out Branson. TYM has a new model of tractor called a 4058. If you haven't looked it up yet, go look it up. I'll tell you right now, that is probably the strongest tractor in its class that I've seen. It looks really good too. It doesn't look like the other TYMs. Not saying that a TYM doesn't look good, but they just, I don't know, they don't do it for me. That 4058, all the controls are up by your right hand, so you can run everything with your fingertips, just like the big farm tractors. So Brandon Hode, he would know what I'm talking about. When you get a big cab tractor, you like all your controls to be up by your arms, so you're not bending over and moving and tipping your head and turning sideways in the seat. That 4058, everything is right there, and it has an intelligent PTO on it, which I thought was pretty interesting. So when you crank the wheel one way or the other, but beyond a certain point, it knows that you're going to bind your PTO shaft, or you can bind your PTO shaft. It will automatically pick up the PTO if you have it turned on. Make your turn. When you straighten your wheel back out, it'll drop the PTO back down, and away you go. I thought that was a really, really cool feature. Yep, the 474 is a nice one, and I think it's a 574. It's really Bert found a Rice Krispie bar. Good job, Bert. Attaboy. The 574 and the 474 are nice tractors. They're affordable tractors too. But I want a 4058. If I buy something new, it'll probably be that 4058 if I buy something new. But we'll see. I looked at some John Deere stuff because Dave, my buddy Dave, he's looking for some commercial snow removal equipment, and he looked at John Deere. The John Deere tractor is really nice, has a lot better fit and finish and bells and whistles than the TYM, but for the money difference, TYM all day for me because I'm cheap. So the lift arms automatically will pick up on the PTO so that you're not binding whatever your attachment is that you're pulling. It's more for like snow blowers, stuff like that. Anything that's going to drag hard when you turn tight for like a hairpin turn, it will pick the attachment up off the ground. So that'll be pretty cool. Yeah. So Brandon, this rebadged Branson that's a TYM has a bigger lift capacity loader than the 110 horsepower TYM tractor. The 3-point hitch lift capacity is way bigger too. It's a really nice machine. John Deere, you pay for a name, but you also pay for engineering. John Deere, with some of their tractors and their machines, the one thing about the John Deere that I really like, because I know how I use my machine, the John Deere is 2,000 pounds heavier from the factory than the TYM tractor that's the same size. So 2,000 extra pounds means a big difference. So it's a really cool feature, I think, just the extra weight. I know I had long tractors before. I had a long 530 and a long 610. They were heavy, slow, old mechanical tractors, but they did a fantastic job because of what they weigh. The weight makes a big difference pulling and pushing. So I really enjoyed my long tractors. Couldn't get parts for them anymore. I was traveling all the way to a tractor junkyard in Alabama to get parts towards the end of it because you just can't get parts for them anymore. Yeah, you can work on them. That's for sure. The TYMs are easier to work on. The new John Deeres, they're a John Deere. It's the same thing as Caterpillar. So Caterpillar is, you're paying a lot for a name and for the engineering that goes behind it. There are much more cost-effective alternatives out there than going to Caterpillar. XCMG, which is another company that SR1 up here by me, they carry. They are having a really nice 1 to 1.25 yard loader that's going to be coming out soon, hopefully first quarter of next year. That is something that I'm interested in. The price for that is going to be really, really good, and that'll be interesting to see how that pans out. Yadkin, I do not like my Kubota dealer up here. After the salesman that I used to sell firewood to passed away, the Kubota dealer in there is terrible. I do not like the Kubota dealer. I don't like dealing with them. I don't like going in there. I have not looked at Massey up here yet. I'm just not ready yet. I got to sell the house so that I can get some of this stuff taken care of and free up some income and, you know, just get some of the stuff done. But we'll see. I had somebody that I thought was going to buy the laser today, and they didn't show up. Surprise, surprise. That's why I love selling stuff on Marketplace. So, yeah. There was a nice used Valtra tractor. So if you follow the European market at all, Dutz and Valtra, there's a couple of the bigger names for tractors over in Europe. There was a really nice Valtra tractor for sale about an hour or so south of me. And those are set up to work in the woods. They're a woods tractor. If I was going to buy a tractor to work in the woods and just use for like low impact logging, I would buy a Dutch tractor in a heartbeat. But the Valtra tractors are really, really tough machines too. So that's the thing. I find that a lot of the newer machines just aren't holding up like the old iron did. When you look at the tractors from the 80s and the 90s, they last way better. Way better. So it's, you know, it's interesting. I don't like a hydrostatic drive. I like a power shuttle if I can get it. That's just me. It's what I'm used to. Hydrostatic tractors for me, I am not a fan. I like power shuttle. 200 hours and no regen, that's pretty good. We had a, what was that? It was a Doosan excavator, which is a Bobcat. We had it for a summer, and that thing went into regen more than just about anything I can think of. It was crazy. But the one thing that they told us is if we ran it wide open, it would definitely serve us better. They said that running them without a load on them all the time and at low RPMs causes a more frequent regen because they're not burning as clean. Davey's logging. Good evening, buddy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So that's one of the things that I noticed for sure. Gears are better. I agree. 100% Yadkin, especially if you're going to work the tractor. A geared tractor is much better than hydrostatic. And it's what I grew up with. I grew up with geared tractors. We didn't even have shuttle shift on a lot of the older ones, but it's, you know, it is what it is. Mark Epping says he likes his old 230 Timberjack forwarder. I would love to have an old forwarder. An old forwarder would be pretty awesome. That was kind of on my bucket list. But yeah, that's something I've always been looking for. Always been looking for. 4 weeks and 2 days to Woodford Warriors at Hickory, North Carolina. Ken, he's got the countdown to all the events. He watches this stuff. He's like our secretary. I like that. Because I don't keep track. I usually, like 2 days before I got to leave, I'm like, oh, whoop, gotta go. Time to go. So I usually pack last minute, get ready last minute, make my arrangements last minute. I'm trying to get better about it, but it's been so busy. It's just, whew. Yep, so my best friend's dad has 4 of those MX 5100 Kubotas. He loves them. That's what they hay with. They're smaller tractors, but that's what they hay with, and that's what they use on their farm. They love them. Before that, he had older International and Oliver tractors, and they upgraded and slowly went to the 5100s, and he likes them. So it's interesting to see how things change. And I know everybody likes things to be a little fancier and a little nicer, but sometimes the simple way that was done before is not necessarily a bad thing. My little 225 Timberjack, I can go to Napa, get all my parts and everything that I need, and it's just, you know, it's so nice to see, you know, how those old things hold up. Davey says if it's got emissions, take it back to 2002. I don't think anybody will chase you, Ken. You're all right. You just got to keep us in line. So I've got a 69 International 504 gas job, and I've got the TYM 264. I've got my 225 Timberjack with a 353 Detroit. That's it for right now. We're going to add to it and see what happens. Yeah, Josh Leach just said it. Worst words to hear is, I am here from the government and I'm here to help. That's when you tell them, get off my property. They're not here to help. Yeah, I don't know. I've got my own government issues right now. Everybody should have a few issues to deal with. So I've got Shotliff. I've got another place up here called Harold's Logging. And Harold's Logging, if you go in and you tell them I've got a 225 Timberjack with a Hercules winch on it, and my brake's not engaging all the time, he'll reach in a drawer behind him, he'll pull out the spring or the clip or the band or whatever it is that you need and hand it to you and tell you the price. It's very, very nice to have somebody like that local, and he knows all of the old cable machines inside and out. His father had owned the shop for many, many, many years before him. You pay a little bit more, but the service and the knowledge that those guys have is second to none. It is fantastic. So if anybody anywhere in the country needs parts for cable machines or anything like that, Harold's Logging in Hamden, Maine. He can get you anything you need and get you back running again now if they can't find it for you. Harold's Logging, Hamden, Maine. If you got an old skidder, an old cable skidder, write that down. Write that down. That's right, Davey. And just remember, if it's not leaking oil, it's because it's out. Put more in it, keep going. So it'll be interesting to see how all this works. The skidder will get moved to the new property this fall, and we'll cut the new property this winter, go through and thin. We're gonna make some roads. I'm gonna buy a chipper, a longer dipstick. I haven't found that one to work yet, but there you go. But we're gonna buy a chipper for one of the tractors, and we're gonna try to keep our 40-acre woodlot really, really neat, and try to pick through it and see if we can cultivate what little bit of good is there, and then go see what happens. It's gonna take a little bit of work, but it's gonna be really nice to see how it goes. We've got the 40 acres next door to this property still. We're undecided if we're gonna list it for sale or not. We may sell it, we may keep it. I think we're gonna sell it, but to be determined, I guess. It's just another one of those details. JNS Firewood, I saw you a while back. You said I looked hot. I am hot. It was hot as all get out up here today. It was not fun. I think a picture of a Detroit would leak oil. It should. If it doesn't, then it's out. My 353 is pretty tight. It doesn't have many hours on it. It doesn't leak bad, but it does leak a little. It does leak a little. Yeah, you hear a dog snoring? Hang on, Sherry. Max snoring. He's wanting to sit down there and see what's going on. He doesn't want to be left out. Mine doesn't leak a half gallon a day. It's about a half gallon a week maybe. But I check it every day because it's important to do that, especially when you're running this old stuff. You can spring a leak up and yeah. Wise choice. Have a good one, buddy. Appreciate you stopping by. I have a John Deere that's OEM with a 253. Well, there you go. My low oil light came on in my race car when the engine blew. That'll do it. That'll do it. Sometimes the low oil lights will come on in some of the smaller diesel engines when they're not at enough RPMs. So it's, you know, every machine is different. Use your machine, pay attention to it, and just do what you got to do. That's not too bad, Davey. That's a fairly tight Detroit if that's all it's using for oil. That's good. Hey, see you later, Len. Appreciate you stopping by, buddy. 38.5 horsepower hydrostatic. Ken, you selling a tractor? That's the size tractor that sells around here where I am. That's what everybody wants. Yes, sir. All right. Well, if you're selling it, comment on the page or something. Leave something up there. Maybe somebody will want it. Who knows? You never know. That's what we're here for. If we can help, we'll help. That's the beauty of all of it. Tomorrow is a high of 70 degrees. Woohoo! I am excited. I am excited for sure. Howard Whitcomb, have you looked at the Evo processors? Yes, I have. I have yet to run one, but I've looked at them. I would like to run one and put it through its paces a little bit. See what's up. I've seen them on video. They look good, but I'd like to see just how they go. Kevin Violet, no firewood tomorrow morning, buddy. We are good. Tomorrow morning I've got to go to a doctor's appointment and then I've got a meeting. So after that, back to the Woodyard. Nick Mancini and Gavin, how you doing? Good to see you, boys. And Brandon Hode's still trying to sell an Echo 352. So if anybody needs a 352, go for it. $70 degrees is normally summer for us. I'll take it. 91 and you might need a hoodie. That's how you know it's been a little bit warm. I went to the Gulf of Texas for work once, and you see all the Mexican guys running around there in long sleeve shirts and hoods at 100 degrees. Whew. Good for them. Not me. I'm dying. Have a good night, Daniel. Yeah, 70s is still too warm. I like it when it's about 40 degrees. 40 degrees is really nice for me. I enjoy the cooler temperatures. You will not hear me complain it's too cold. So my Echo, I have an Echo that is a 60cc and a 73cc. That's what I've heard, Bert, and I don't know. I haven't run one myself, and I don't know. I'm going to get my hands on one at one of these shows, and I'm going to run it for a little while, and we'll see. We'll see what it does. I like the Cord King. I'm very happy with the Cord King. I have no qualms or issues. A few little things that I would change that I don't think would add or cost a lot of money. I would move all the engine controls to the operator station. Right now you have to walk around to start and shut off the engine, so I would move them all to the operator station. I would, there's a couple other little guards and things that I would change and put some things in place. One of the issues they address is putting the saw motor on the other side of the bar so that we can change the chain easier. It's, you know, there's little things that could be done to make it more user friendly, and they're open to all of those suggestions. So I think some of those changes will come with time. I know the saw motor has already been moved for the easier changing of the chain on the bar, so that makes it really nice. It's just, Cord King has been really, really good to work with, and they've been very receptive to any of the things that I would like to see changed or would like to try to change. So it's been really, really good. So it's cool to see these companies working to try and make a better product for everybody. And that's the whole thing. What works for me might not work for somebody else, and what works for somebody else may work for me. So the more things that I can do to show you guys as we go, the better it is. Again, we switched our video schedule up. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, 3 videos a week. You'll get 3 videos a week out of me. We will do lives on Wednesday and Sunday, and I will throw and sprinkle in shorts the rest of the week. 3 videos is all I'm going to be able to get for the next little bit. We are going to be very busy traveling. We're going to be very busy with the new house, the new wood lot, all the things. And I'll try to put clips of everything in so that you guys still don't miss much days in between or anything like that. But it's crazy busy, and I've got other stuff going that I still can't talk about. Hopefully once all that's sorted and I can talk about it, we'll see and go from there. Richard Williams, if you're looking for a 70cc saw, you can go to sawsuppliers.com and put in Willey 10 in the description, and it will give you 10% off and free shipping. So that will take care of all of that for you. And give you a better deal than you can get from any local dealer in your area. Almost 100% guarantee it. So we did do a sharpening video with Gramp, and the wireless mics didn't work, so we got to go do another sharpening video with Gramp. I don't want to do a voiceover because he actually talked a little bit. So we're going to go back and we'll do another one. Gramp's sharpening video is not going to be like watching Buck and Billy Ray or watching Davey sharpen. He's got his way of doing it, and it's his way. Doesn't make it the right way, doesn't make it the best way, but it's his way. So I noticed when I watched him sharpening, and then when I was sharpening today, I do things much different than he does. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's just the way we do it. So we'll do another video with him, and we'll see how it goes, and we'll go from there. Night, Rob. Night, Brent. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you stopping by. But it's that's one of the things that I like about this community is everybody does things different, and it doesn't mean that anybody is right or wrong. But like Mike said from Lake Ontario Firewood, the Gramp way is Gramp cuts a lot of wood. He does. He cuts hundreds, almost 1,000 cords of firewood a year. So he's got the sharpening thing down. He knows what he likes, and he runs his saws and his sharpening aggressive. It's not for everybody, that's for sure. You wouldn't want to grab one of Gramp's saws if you're not comfortable with a power saw and go throw it in a wood pile, because you'd get hurt. That thing bucks like a mule. He keeps his rakers low. When you grab one of his saws, you need to grab it like you mean it, because it will get away from you in a hurry. That's the way he's always sharpened them, always. And you'll see it sometimes in the videos. You'll see it really kick back and snap. It's because he keeps those rakers low. He wants that saw to dig. He does not let the saw work. He works the saw. So he does the opposite of what every saw builder and every saw manufacturer would like to see. They'd like to see the saw pull itself through the wood and be fairly sharp. He shoves it through the wood, and he wants to catch it on the other side. So it's it's a different mentality, and you're not going to break him of it. He's almost 80 years old. He's not going to change the way he does things now. You could tell him that something was better, and he'd tell you the sky's still blue, and it was blue yesterday, and it'll be blue tomorrow, and I'm going to do what I was doing. That's okay with me. I'm fine with it. Yeah, the 620 pulls pretty good. The 620 for what it is just, it's really cool. So Richard Williams, Willey 10, Willey 10. So if you put in Willey 10 at checkout in the coupon code, it will give you 10% off and free shipping on any Echo, Steel, or Husqvarna chainsaw. So, and Sherry Miller just put it. So there's the coupon code you're looking for right there. Thank you, Sherry. Appreciate that. Daniel left and Craig's Cord Coles isn't here, so my moderators are MIA, and I don't know how to put that stuff in the chat on my phone. So John Solmonson just did it too. There you go. And so yeah, I like saw suppliers big time. Oh, Josh Leach is here. That's right. See, you weren't commenting, so I thought you had gone. Ken's there. You guys are all in there. Craig's on vacation. Well, there you go. Good for Craig. I don't know what a vacation is. Actually, guys, don't tell anybody, and I know she won't watch this, but I'm going to try to plan a vacation with just my wife and I this fall, sometime around my birthday. And we're going to see if we can get away without the kids. We haven't done that. We haven't done that ever. And I think it's time. I think it's time. We've earned it. She's earned it. She'll have to put up with me for a week or so, but I think we'll be okay. So if you guys have been to any cruises or all-inclusive resorts or anything really nice like that that you think I should look at, let me know. Because I'm gonna try to surprise her. It'll be a surprise. You guys know, but I know she doesn't watch my lives, so I don't have to worry about her seeing it. So we're good. We're safe. So, Saw Suppliers is really good to work with. I've been very happy with their customer service and all of that stuff. It's too much. It's been since before Big Rich, yeah. I think the last vacation that my wife and I went on without any of the kids was when she was pregnant for Big Rich. So it's been 10 years since her and I have gone on a vacation, just us. So I'll need one of her energy shots for sure, but we'll see. Nick Mancini says, any sandal resorts I think are adults only and all-inclusive. Well, I like that because then I don't have to watch anybody else's kids. So that would be awesome. Holy smokes. I thought you were on here awful late, Bert. We appreciate you stopping by. Oh, you want me to leave my chainsaw home for a week? They're all home. They're all home all the time. I only bring a few of them a day. There's always saws left here. Again, I took the Vevor chainsaw today. I wanted to beat on it, and I wanted to see what happened. I ran about 3 gallons of gas through it today, and thing runs good. I need to adjust the carb on it just a little bit, but it's impressive. For a $100 chainsaw, I can't say anything bad about it. Not for $100. Could it run faster? Yes. Could it cut a little better? Yes. Could the dogs be a little bit bigger on it? Yes. Does it need to be? Not for $100. So I'm very happy with it. Anybody that got one of those Vevor chainsaws or gets one of those Vevor chainsaws and says they're no good, they're full of crap. It's $100. That's it. They're $100. Mike Myers, how you doing, buddy? So I like them. Yeah, Yadkin, living the dream one nightmare at a time. That seems to be what it is for sure. So Jim's last vacation was 4 days at Bear Paw. That's a good vacation. I will be there next year. I will be there next year for sure. So the chainsaw video, we're going to do at the new Woodyard. So we're going to go over to the new Woodyard, and we're going to put some chaps on and some safety gear on. And we're going to give her a rundown. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Richard Williams, that's a Vevor chainsaw. So you're going to go to vevor.com for that. If they have them, they're $100 shipped to your door usually, somewhere around there. They don't have them in stock very often. I had to wait quite a while to get mine. But for $100, yeah. Really cool. Yes, I will send you the text of that from Brandon in just a minute. But yeah, so it's the chainsaw thing, she's looking forward to it, I think. She's a little intimidated by a chainsaw. Her family, her dad saws very little firewood. And, you know, she didn't really grow up around that stuff. It's like hunting and fishing. They didn't hunt and fish. So I try to do that stuff with her, and I try to be very patient and understanding, because if you haven't done that stuff before in your entire life, it's going to take you a little bit to pick up on it. But she's a quick learner. I think she'll surprise everybody with a chainsaw, and I think she might even like it. So, let's see. I missed somebody here. Josh Leach hasn't taken 7 days off in over 20 years. You animal. So Richard Williams, I have the 62cc. It sounds nasty. It sounds like it should cut like all get out. It's not very fast. It's, yeah. Yep, she's from Maine. She was down on the airline. Her grandfather did all the stuff for the house. He did the firewood. He did all that stuff. They helped with the firewood and splitting. She split firewood and stacked. She likes a wood splitter, and she likes to stack firewood, but never ran a chainsaw. And her family didn't hunt and fish. So, just a little different. Robert Cox, good evening. Ken says he's taken 365 days off in the last year. Well, good for you, brother. That's well earned. Oh, Bert's porting his Pinkway. There you go. That ought to smarten it up. Yeah, BGW, you say that. I actually have a call into somebody to see if they will deck import that Vevor for me. I don't know if it would hold up or not, but it would be worth a try. Have a good night, Howard. Appreciate you stopping by, buddy. So, yeah, it'd be cool to take these cheap budget chainsaws and work them up and see what happens. Hi, you're very welcome, Richard. That's what we're here for. If you got questions, then that's what we're all about, is answering or trying to help if we can. So, really appreciate you stopping by and spending some time with us. So, I think at this, we're going to call it a night for tonight. I'm going to go try to get some rest because we've got a long day again tomorrow. I will send Brandon's picture to Jason in just a minute. I will check for my emails. So again, if you have not sent me an email yet, an email address, I need email addresses from Lake Ontario Firewood, Rusty's Garage and Homestead, Miller's Stumps and Firewood, Squatch Firewood, and BZ Firewood. So if you have not sent me your email address yet, please send me your email so I can make sure that you get your saw supplier's prize. And I appreciate all you guys stopping by. We will have a new video out tomorrow, and we will go from there. But see you guys soon. And remember, a little bit every day goes a long way. Help someone if you can.